everyone, welcome to the platform and welcome to today's class. So today we are going to be really working on our spine and our core. So I really want you to think about connecting your mind to your body. I also am keeping these classes quite short, so they're express Pilates, and that really is for either you can fit it in if you've got a short space of time, or you can layer them. So you can layer the classes. So you might want to choose a Pilates arms class and then layer it with an abs class. So you can layer the classes, a 10-minute arms, 7-minute abs, or you can do two 20-minute classes if you've got more time. Or if you've just got 10-15 minutes, you can do a class like this. I think it's so important to have that flexibility because then it makes you do it. It makes you get it done. So I've got a little bit of a sore throat, slightly lost my voice. I hope it's not too annoying. Let's start sitting down on the mat, cross-legged, and hopefully you can't hear the children in the background who also got colds sitting on the sofa over there. So let's sit up nice and tall, cross-legged in the center of a mat. If this doesn't feel comfortable, you can have your legs out in front of you or you can fold them behind you. But sitting up nice and tall, crown to ceiling, draw the shoulders down and away, down your back, take an inhale. And as you exhale, drop your ear to your shoulder. Let's roll that chin down and take it all the way to the side and all the way back. And then back to center. Let's take another nice deep inhale. Exhale, drop your ear the opposite way. Roll that chin down. Take it all the way to the side, all the way to the back. And back to center. Let's roll the shoulders out. A couple of shoulders rolls going back and coming forward. Nice. And sitting up nice and tall, we're going to switch on our core with our breath. So I do this at the beginning of every single class that I teach. I think it's so important to switch on those little muscles in your tummy and just wake everything up. So we're going to be breathing in through our nose, breathing out through your mouth like you're breathing out through a straw. So we're going to inhale into the rib cage, we expand. Expand that rib cage, exaggerated breath, and as you exhale, I want you to feel like you're closing the rib cage together, sliding it down towards the mat and pulling the belly button close back to spine. So we're going to inhale in through the nose, exhale out through the mouth. Slow, steady breath like you're breathing out through a straw. Taking all the air out, pull the belly button back. Nice. Let's do two more. We inhale. Open up the rib cage like a fan. Exhale. Slide the rib cage together. Slide it down. Belly button back. Nice. Last one. Really articulating. We inhale. And exhale. Nice. Taking all that air out. Let's drop our elbow down to mat. Take the opposite hand up and over. Stretch. And let's push back and let's go the other way. Try to keep the opposite hip bone down. You'll want to leave the mat. Try to keep it down. Let's go the other way. And back over the opposite side. Try to keep the opposite hip bone down. And coming up nice and tall. And let's come on to all fours. So coming to the front of the mat. I'm going to move the weights a little bit in front so you can see me. So hands are under our shoulders, knees are under our hips. I want you to tuck your toes in. We're going to be lifting up our knees off of the mat only by an inch. And I want you to use your lower part of your tummy to lift you up. So feel that belly button being pulled up towards your spine. Tuck those toes in and we lift up and then tap down gently. Up and down, using your lower part of your tummy to control this. Belly button close to spine. Let's go for 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, last 1. Hold it up and let's walk our legs back. So we're in a full plank. Couple of things to look at. Hands are under our shoulders. Shoulder blades are apart. Belly button's pulled up. Bottom's not sticking up. Have your bottom down. Tuck that pelvis in. Feet are hip distance apart. Check yourself, hold it still, and then we're rocking ourselves forward, head forward, and the heels pull you back. Forward onto your tiptoes, heels pull you back. Nice. 8 more. 7, pull that belly button up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, and then we're holding it here. We're tapping one foot out, back to center, opposite foot out, back to center. Nice, guys. Really keep that belly button pulled up. You've got 4 more. 3, 2, last one, and we're holding our plank just for a few more seconds. Make sure those shoulder blades are pulled up, chest is up nice and high, belly button's pulled up, and then drop those knees nice and wide. Sit back for that child's pose. So when you're sitting back for your child's pose, take those knees nice and wide, bring the big toes together, try to bring those tailbones back towards the heels, drop that head down, create some space in that lower back. Take a breath and then walking your hands back towards the spine, sitting up nice and tall. We're swiveling our legs around and bringing our legs in front of us. I'm going to grab one of the weights, the heavier weight, the 2 kg in front of me. So the weights are optional. I've got the 1 kgs and the 2 kgs. So you can totally do this exercise with or without the weight. So it really is dependent on how you're feeling, where you are today, where you might be in your cycle, but also where you are in your Pilates journey. So if you don't have weights, that's totally fine. You can hold something heavy in the house, or if you don't want to use the weights, that's fine. You might come back to this class in a few weeks and add weights, and that's fine too. So feet are hip distance apart. Sitting up nice and tall, draw those toes in. So we're really concentrating on our spine. Head comes up towards the ceiling. Hands coming out. I want you to fold forward, but as you fold forward, we're not bringing our hands towards our feet. We're bringing them straight over, parallel to our legs. Pulse forward for 2. Restack that spine. Pulse forward for 1, 2. Restack that spine. Forward 1, 2. Restack. Draw those toes in. Last one, 1, 2, and then we're going to melt ourselves all the way back down on our mat. Lower back, middle back, upper back, coming all the way down. So, like I said, weights are optional. If you're using a weight, take it in your hand. Take your hands up over your head, take an inhale. Feet are hip distance apart, draw those toes in. As you exhale, we're going to melt up off of the mat, coming towards our feet. Pulse forward for 1, 2, and then melt ourselves back down. Lower back, middle back, upper back. We inhale. Exhale. Pulse, pulse, melt back down. Nice, guys. Really nice and slow. We inhale and exhale. Pulse, pulse. Melt yourself back down. Lower back, middle back, upper back. Take an inhale. Peeling yourself off of the mat. Pulse, pulse. All the way back. Pulse, pulse. We've got 2 more. Really staying with it. Inhale. Exhale. Pulse, pulse. Last one. Make it the best you can. Articulating through that spine. We inhale and exhale. Pulse, pulse. Place that weight down and then melt yourself back down to the mat. Lower back, middle back, upper back. I'm going to come down a little bit on my mat. So now we're going to go the opposite way. So we're only going to do a few of these, and we can keep our knees bent for this one actually, because I really want you to really focus on the spine landing down on the mat. So place those hands beside you, flex those toes in. Feet can come together for this exercise afterwards, but just to start with, keep them hip distance apart. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to take our feet up and over our body. Keep those knees bent, so knees are towards your face. And then you're going to melt yourself back down to the mat. Upper back, middle back, lower back. And then when you get here, tailbone down, lengthen those legs and bring those legs slowly down. So the heels coming down onto the mat, but you can't hear them. So we're going to do that again. We're going to do a few of these. So you're going to roll those legs up, melt yourself back down when your feet are facing towards the ceiling, lengthen those legs and bring them down. So keep those knees bent when they come over. So inhale, exhale. Keep those knees bent and then melt down. Really articulating through that spine, lengthen those legs. We come down. Don't let them just drop. We don't want to hear the feet come down. So when you're bringing those heels down, we really don't want to hear them tap on the mat. So really control that. It's a really good idea not to have a low ponytail for this exercise. Take an inhale. Exhale. Hold it there. And then slowly melt yourself back down. Lengthen those legs. We're coming down. This is going to be our last one. Take an inhale. And exhale. Melt yourself back down. Control it, control it, control it. Lengthen and back down. Well done, everybody. Place those feet down on the mat. Feet are hip distance apart. We're continuing working with our spine. I hope you could hear me when I was curled up like that. So feet are hip distance apart, and we can tickle the backs of our heels. Place those hands down beside you. Really keep those hands beside you like you were doing when you're rolling up and over. Keep those triceps engaged. We're going to really work on our spine a little bit more. So first, we're going to imagine that there's a blueberry or a grape behind our lower back and mat. I want you to push your belly button down by tilting your pelvis. So close the gap between your lower back and the mat and then release. Let's go again. Let's tilt, close the gap between the lower back and the mat and release. Let's go again. We're going to tilt. Keep those hands beside you. Keep that tilt there. And then peel yourself off of the mat. Lower back, middle back, upper back until you're up on your shoulders. When you come onto your shoulders, make sure your knees aren't flaring. Make sure your rib and hips are connected so your ribs aren't up. Your ribs and hips are connected. Squeeze your bottom. Send those knees over your toes and then bring yourself back down. Lower, upper back, middle back, lower back. Release that pelvis. Let's go again. Tilt. Peeling yourself off of the mat, coming all the way up. Make sure that rib cage isn't flaring. Squeeze that bottom. And we're coming all the way down. Upper back, middle back, lower back. Release. Last one. Let's come up. All the way up. This time, once you're up, we're bringing one heel off of the mat and back down, and then the other. So when you're doing this exercise, I really want you to think about squeezing your bottom so your hips don't drop. It's literally you coming up onto your tiptoes and back down, but your hips not dropping. Extra challenge, float your hands up towards the ceiling, but keeping your whole tummy and hips nice and still. Your knees are the ones bobbing up and down. Hips should be staying still. Last 4, 3, 2, last 1. Hold it there. We're going to drop our hips by an inch, squeeze the bottom to come up for 8, 7, 6, 5. Really squeezing to come up for 4, 3, last 2, last 1. Hold it there. Take those hands behind you onto the mat and then melt yourself back down to the mat. Upper back, middle back, lower back. Bring those knees into chest. Give yourself a gentle rock from side to side. Well done. And let's take our hands behind our thighs. Rock yourself up. Swivel those legs around, and we're coming back into our box position to finish today. So we're in our box position. And now here, weights are also optional. So it's more challenging with the weight. If you're using a weight, don't go heavier than a 1 kg. You can go up to 1.5, but don't go too much heavier than that because you really want to focus on keeping your spine nice and straight and lifted. So keep that belly button up. Hips stay facing towards the mirror. So I want you to imagine that each hip bone has an eye on it and they're looking down at the mat. So these hips don't lift. So when you have your leg lifted, this hip's going to want to lift. Keep it down. So it's facing down towards the mat. So have your hands and feet, hands under your mat, hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Pull that belly button up. Taking the weight into your right hand if you're using the weight. Lengthen your right hand and left leg away. Lengthen, lengthen a bit more, and we're lifting up and down. So when you're lifting up, you're creating a nice straight line. Core is working really hard. Your weight is going to want to drop onto your supporting knee, onto your right knee. Try to keep your weight nice and centered. Really pulling that belly button up for 8, 7. Feel that you're lengthening back towards the back of the room, and your hands are lengthening forward towards the front of the room. You've got 3 more. Leg is straight for 2. Last 1. And bring that back in. We're going the opposite way. So rejig yourself. Make sure you've got the correct form. Take the weight in the left hand. Lengthen that left hand. Right leg back. Now lengthen a little bit more. Remember, we want to feel like our feet are trying to reach the back of the room and hands are trying to reach forward. We lift up and back down. Nice, guys. One side might feel easier than the other. That's completely normal. We're coming up and down. And that's the most amazing thing about this form of exercise. We're balancing our body. Certain muscles on certain sides of our body will feel longer and tighter or shorter. And we're just trying to balance it out. We've got 4 more. 3, 2. Last one. Place that down. Place those knees out nice and wide to the sides of the mat. Take those toes in. Let's fall back for that child's pose. See if you can fall back a little bit more this time. Bringing that tailbone down a little bit lower. Bringing that head down. Create space in that lower back. Take a breath. And we're just coming up. We're just going to finish here with one last exercise, with or without the weight. If you're using the weight, take the weight back into your right hand. This time you're lengthening all the way out, and then you're tapping your hands on your toes, lengthening back out. Tapping, lengthening. Nice, guys. Really pull that belly button up. Core is working really hard. You've got 5 more. Trying to keep your waist and everything really still. Your hands and your legs are the only parts moving. This is going to be our last one. Lengthen, tap, bring that back down, straight to the opposite side. Let's lengthen here and tap. Lengthen and tap. Really important to feel that body lengthening diagonally. Pull that belly button up. Core is working really hard. So good, guys. You've got 3 more. 2. Last one. Drop that weight down. Take those knees out really wide again. See if you can sit back a little bit further than we did a moment ago. Bring that head down. Take a breath. And bring yourself up back into your box position. Let's finish with our cat-cow. So from here, let's take an inhale. And as you exhale, send that spine up towards the ceiling. Drop your head, take your gaze between your knees. Inhale here. Exhale, release, bring that head up. Take a nice inhale here. And exhale, send that spine up towards the ceiling. Drop that head between knees. See if you can pull that belly button up a little bit further. Inhale and exhale here. And then bring the spine back into neutral. Well done, guys. We're coming down cross-legged to finish. We're just going to stretch out our body. So bringing those hands up towards the ceiling, interlink those fingers, stretching up, stretching to the side. And let's go the other way. Nice stretch. Back to center, hands together, down to heart center. Well done, guys. I hope you enjoyed the Express Pilates class, really focusing on our spine, and I will see you on the mat next time.